guys, welcome back to Castle Combat TV, and in this video I'll be covering everything you guys need to know about the Castle Combat Age 3 alternate reality. A couple changes that we have are the battle mats, the booster packs, and the rule book. So the battle mats, they're brand new. There is no winners pile. The reason why the winners pile was removed, it was just to clean up because it's just one extra pile that you don't have to worry about. And right here we have the brand new rule book, and I will probably have a PDF version of this online, so check the description if you want to actually read it. But it was just a full revamp. I think it looks a lot better. So if you guys are interested in getting any of these cards in this video, look for this envelope, because that means there's a really good chance they're brand new Age 3 alternate reality cards. This is the standard. I'm not sure if we're going to go back to the standard, but right now these are the stickers you're going to be getting. So the first cards we're going to go over are the commons. All these cards have a brand new back. So this is the Age 3 alternate reality back. The original backs will be staying around because remember, this is just a theme and kind of like a little promo. So the first card we're going to go over is the sloth. If you roll a die slowly, then you are +2 on your roll. If you roll a 1, then your foe gets bored. Battle counts as a tie. Brown good guy. Next up we have fire archer. Before battle, roll 2 dice. You roll a 6 on either dice and you auto win the battle. Doubles your roll. +3 versus beasts and trolls. You have the volcano wizard, who is buffed 1 power. If you roll a 6, you automatically win the entire battle. And +1 versus legendary foe. So it was actually buffed because the old one, I believe, was power 2 that had a +2 versus commons, but that is by far a huge upgrade. And the pure hearts were revamped. If pure heart is defeated by a purple or black bad guy, then foe is removed from game, but send pure heart to dungeons. Moving on, we have necromancer. I'll be back. Before battle, roll a die. On a 3 or higher, you can bring back 1 green bad guy undead from dungeon to deck. So that is ridiculously strong because first of all, you can bring back Nightshade, you can bring back the Necro Cloak, or you can bring back the Necromancer. So that is a very near loop, and I believe it could be a loop with Hemlock. Moving on, we have Wolverine. If you defeat your foe, then they're removed from game. It's a brown good guy. So that's, if that ability sounds familiar, it's basically a Chomp Troll. We have Dragon Boss. I covered these in a previous video, but they're back. We have Fawns. They're good guys. So before battle, roll a die. If you roll over your foe's power, they get sleepy. Their power is cut in half. You can also roll for all foes in a big battle. You have Leprechauns, who basically have Banshee abilities. And then you have Goofy Jester. So Goofy Jester must roll 3s. If foe is defeated, or if foe rolls a 3 during the battle, they auto lose. So those are all the notable commons in this set. So now moving on to the base set of the legends, starting off with the ones that we all have already seen before. So these make up a pretty good portion of the base set. So those cards are the ones that aren't changed at all. Now moving on to the revamped art ones, these cards are the exact same as their counterpart that looked like this, but the art has just changed. So you have Furpine, Moss Mugs in the base set. You'll always face the most powerful knight in epic battle, pretty weak Dragonlord. Now we have Ancient Assassin. This card is an old card because it was made by Spark Guild, I believe, in the last Spark Guild set. So lowest battle score wins, roll 2 dice, subtract the lowest from the highest, subtract that from your score, you can roll 1. So pretty interesting card, a neutral bad guy. You have Menhis, brand new art, Morpheus, Elmer, Dr. Jekyll, Hyde, Krakatoa, Sir Inferno, Volatile, Glacier, Pal the Albino Dragon, who's actually a purple bad guy now, Dismal, Sir Lobo, Duke Braun, Eclipse, got some really interesting art there, Miss the Seer, Lobo, Cobalt the Crusher, that's not Boom Rush, Kancool, there's Boom Rush, Bluto, Pike Thunders, Boglord, King Cray, Kronos, Sir Purple the Bold, Cold Club, Uppercut, Vlad, Lava, the Green Knight, Old Moss, who got some really interesting art. I really like that art. Arsenic the Vile, Sir Jack, Cinerette, Porthos, Grubby, Pump King, Shockwave, Pink Pug, Mordred, Sir Crimson, Goonbashi, Princess Pinky, Nightshade, Halgore, and Lizard King. So those are all the cards that just have revamped art, and the abilities are not any different. And now moving on to the brand new base set cards. First card we're going to go over is Sir Swiftclaw. So Sir Swiftclaw, Big Showdown, Savage Blade. You can force your foe to roll once per round. You can roll once per round, so essentially a Fava or Fava the Fast ability, a legendary purple bad guy. Now we have Lumberjaw. So during battle, if you roll a 1, then you auto lose the round. If you roll 6, then you auto win the round. So that is a green bad guy. And we have Bog Claw. So +1 versus Beast, Shredder. During battle, roll 2 dice, choose the highest, or doubles foe goes to dungeon. So it's kind of like a legendary, what do you call it, troll. Moving on to our next card, it is Purple Romulus. So Romulus the Conqueror, epic battle, big showdown, supreme commander. He can arrange any epic battle he is in. He and his allies get 1 reroll per round. So it's literally the same thing, but he's purple bad. So purple command can be really, really strong. Now moving on to another card, we have Stone Warden. So Stone Warden, if Stone Warden is defeated, then your foe rolls a die. 1 to 4, Stone Warden goes to bottom of the deck. 5 to 6, Stone Warden is removed from game. So Green Good Guy Dragon. And now we have Presto, who got a new ability. So negate on 3 or higher, 2 or higher versus bad guy. He can battle whoever he wants in epic battle, and is +2 versus bad guys. Now we got Sad Silt. So before battle, your opponent must roll a die. If they roll a 1 or 6, they go to dungeon. If not, battle is normal. And now we got Ursa Valor. Big showdown. If Ursa Valor loses or ties around a battle, his power increases by 1. I believe that's kind of like a Boom Rush or a Blue Toe ability. It's one of the two. But next card we have Brawn. So Brawn, it kind of replaces Behemoth. So Bear Hug, optional if foe is equal or less power, then send Brawn and foe to dungeon. So pretty good card there, especially when you can switch from Duke Brawn. Now moving on to another card, we have Pigwiz. So Pigwiz Bacon Magic. 4 battle, roll 2 dice, reroll 6s, add them together. If you roll higher than your foe's power, then they are sent to dungeon. If you roll equal, then battle counts as a tie. If you roll less, then Pigwiz is sent to dungeon. That card is stupid strong. That's basically a Gimbal to Nimble. So it's a neutral good guy, so this card could actually become a very, very big part of the meta. The only way to stop this card is really through Bog Wall, but that is very, very broken in my opinion. So we'll put that in a section of his own. Moving on, we have Fenmire. So Fenmire got a buff. Roll 2 dice, choose the highest. Doubles, both you and your foe go to bottom of the deck. So basically doubles tie. We have Pink Cube here. It's not as good as the other one in my opinion. Optional before battle, roll 2 dice, add them. If you roll higher than your foe's power, then both Pink Cube and foe go to dungeon. It's not as good as the Jelly Cube, but maybe you can use in the same deck. Now moving on, we have Sir Drake. So he has returned to a good guy. Epic battle, Red Knight. Roll 2 dice versus Knights. Choose the best. Doubles auto win round. Night Snake. Before battle, you can switch places with Nightshade from hand or deck. Poison Bite, roll 2 dice, choose the highest. If you roll doubles, then remove foe and Night Snake from game. So this card in this reality replaced the Necro Cloak because I believe another card got that. And the card that got that is Hex Wraith. So if defeated, roll a die. If you roll higher than your foe's power, then send them to dungeon while you go to winners. So pretty interesting card there. Now moving on to 2 very, very good cards, it is Chesh and Whiskers. So Whiskers, before battle, roll a die. If you roll lower than your foe's power, then they are power 1. You can roll ones during battle. So that's actually really strong because if you're playing at a 6, there's a really high chance that you're going to roll under a 6. You literally have to roll everything but a 6. And then that power 6 becomes a 1. And think about it, if you're playing Crazy 8, he's guaranteed to be a 1, which is really funny. So Whiskers, really overpowered card. And moving on to the last card is Chesh. So before battle, he can trade places with any brown good guy from deck, or he can bring back 1 brown card from dungeon to field the battle. After that, Chesh is removed from game. So brown good is actually looking like a pretty viable color with the Fey Forest, Celtic, Sylvan, that new sort of Squirrel, Spearhorn. You could actually make a decent deck with the brown good guys. And these 2 cards are in the base set. And throw in Pigwiz, these 3 can actually form a pretty strong trio. So that is basically it for the base set. And now we're going to move on to the Shinies. Now moving on to the 18 Shinies that you can get from the Age 3 Alternate Reality set. So starting off the ones that got revamped art, we have Faux Fum. So if you want to read the abilities, go ahead. So you have Sir Crimson, Percival, Feral Frostbite. He got brand new art. I think it looks really, really cool. Oath of the Owl, Cold the Torch, Grendel, and Howlgore. So all these cards have the same ability as their Psychoheim counterpart, so I'm not going to really go over them. But now moving on to the ones that are new, we have a Shiny King Cool. So Epic Battle with Yeti, Big Showdown, you must reroll 1s, +1 is Fair Frostbite. Now moving on to another card, we have Shiny Glacier. So Meltdown, if you roll 1, then you auto lose that round of battle. So I believe that might be the first Shiny Glacier that we've ever had. The Shiny Mossmog will always face the most powerful knight during Epic Battle, probably one of the most useless Dragon Lord abilities. Then we got Snow Losses, who is basically a Glacier. Roll 1, you auto lose. Then we have a Shiny Whiskers, who actually is surprisingly worse. So before battle, roll a die. On a 1, you are removed. 2, go to dungeon. 3, battle is normal. 4 to 5, your foe goes to dungeon. 6, your foe is removed from game. So it's pretty funny that the shiny version is nowhere near as strong as the non-shiny. Honestly, it should have been swapped in my opinion, but it's whatever. So now, moving on to another card, we have Nightshade. So this Nightshade doesn't have the Necro Cloak. So before battle, roll a die. If you roll higher than foe's power, they auto lose the entire battle. I know it's his ability there, but I'm sure it means power. Now moving on to another card, we have Romulus. So this Romulus is the exact same that you saw in the base set. It's just shiny, so not much of a difference. That's kind of one thing I don't really like about shinies. The hollow foil version of the card is supposed to be slightly better than the non-shiny version because it makes the shiny more desirable. Moving on to our last 3 cards, we have Genie. So Genie, make a wish. Before battle, you can bring back 1 card from dungeon to top of deck, or you could send your foe to dungeon, then you remove Genie from game. And also lowest battle score wins. So I'm assuming once you use a wish, then you have to remove him from game. So that is Genie, a pretty big nerf. I wouldn't say the lowest battle score is a buff because honestly, the Genie that allows you to remove himself and his foe from game is really strong, and trading places from dungeon is a lot stronger. So this Genie is nowhere near that level. Moving on to our last 2 cards, we have Onyx. So Epic Battle Outwit. You can have 1 reroll per round. If you roll a 1 on the reroll, you auto lose that round. So he kind of lost his ability to force a reroll. I think that's what he's really renowned for. And now moving on to our last card it is Humbug. So this Humbug, epic battle, decrease the surplus population. Humbug auto wins versus common foes. If you win, bring back one elemental from dungeon to bottom of the deck. So if that ability sounds familiar, that was the other shiny Humbug ability. So now there are a bunch of these in circulation, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect the economy or how it's going to affect the meta. But now if you ever wanted a shiny Humbug ability to use in a deck, now you have it. And if you have Elemental Bog Witches, you might have the Elemental Spam Heal deck strategy at your fingertips. So anyways, that is basically it for today's video. Overall, a pretty balanced set. Some of the most popular cards in the set are probably going to be Humbug, Whiskers, Pigwiz, and this Romulus. So those are going to be the most desirable cards. I know that these cards are cool looking, but they don't really do anything. But these four are the ones that people are going to be looking for. So anyways, that's it for today's video. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.